Now, when you were younger in your career and you started all of this, did you have this much insight back then, or was it through, setbacks and roadblocks that you got to this point in terms of the way you think
No,
so clear?
you know, I did a lot of self-learning, self-development, and that's why I came up with all of that self-learning is in my book here.
Yes,
The
which I got here too.
yeah, I got the 5 great secrets to avoiding life's big mistakes and
And
living a
even
highly successful life. So do your best to enjoy each day and make it great. Carpe diem. So I think every day I think carpe diem, you know, because you don't know what tomorrow will bring.
you're right.
So
Now
seize the
you
day.
now
Yeah.
you had a scare
Yes. Yes, I did. I
that
had
really changed your life around as well.
12 years ago, I was climbing the Great Wall of China, and my wife said they gave us 90 minutes. They meant for us to go up halfway and come back down. But my wife says, no, we got to make it to the top. They don't call it the Great Wall of China because it's a little bitty wall. It's huge, and the steps are gigantic. So I said, okay, if she's going, I'm going. Well, I mean, it was insanely difficult. When I got back, I couldn't go up the steps in the cruise ship for like 3 or 4 days. And I was in not bad shape, but I blew a plaque. If you extreme exercise, heart disease, believe it or not, is not. It's a blood clot. A plaque breaks and a blood clot forms. So then I was not feeling very well, but you know, my wife, with her compassion, we were trying to get through the airport. She says, come on, keep up with me. She was trying to kill me, I know, because of insurance. But anyway, I got back and I said, I was taking a tennis lesson. The guy said, you're really dogging it. So I called my physician, Dr. Chisner, who's a friend of mine. He wasn't in that day, Friday. I said, I need to get an echo stress test to see if there's anything wrong with me. They said, well, you can't do that without his okay. I said, well, he's okay. He'll okay it. But anyway, he called in just then, how he called in to check on his patients. I said, okay. He said, well, I'm going by to pick up my mail and everything before I leave to go on to a wedding. Why don't you come by and I'll take a quick check? Well, I said, in my wisdom, I said, I can't come by now. I've got to get my racket restrung because I've been gone for 3 weeks, you see? He said, all right, come by. So they did a echo, and it turned out that I had, they did place a stent. I had a 90% blockage of
Wow.
the widowmaker, they call it, left
Yes, the
anterior
left main,
descending
right?
artery. Yeah, left anterior descending. And if I was just saying, well, I just gutted out. I was going out and play tennis that Sunday. I would have been dead for sure. So that was a big thing on me, and gave me another chance, and that's why I really focus on. I feel like I've sent back really. Actually, it sounds kind of crazy as an angel to be as helpful as I can to people. So I think about that every day. I got an extra chance to be. I try to do 2 acts of kindness every
Every
day.
day.
Yeah.
It's amazing. My father had the same. He was 90% clogged as well. His two brothers had heart attacks earlier that year, and my mom was like Brenda, just nagging my father to go get checked, get checked, get checked. And lo and behold, they had him in the surgery the next day. And it makes
Yeah.
me think, when you bring up the topic of periodontal disease and the correlation with cardiovascular effects, he's had issues with his mouth his whole life, implants, bridges, all that stuff. So even though some of it's hereditary, I want to go back and say I bet you a lot of it had to do with the effect that he had a lot of periodontal issues.
Yeah, there's a genetic component to it, but it's mostly bacterial.